Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Soulution Live Show. I'm your host, Jody Almond, and this is the show where we take you from struggle to success in your personal as well as your professional life. And so today I'm glad to be with you. I'm excited to continue sharing on this topic of how to form and create healthy habits. We started this conversation yesterday in the last episode, and we talked about in that episode, one of the ways that we create or form healthy habits is to identify triggers that destroy, because we all have habits in our life, right? Some of us have the habit of sleeping in too late, while others have formed a habit of getting up early to get more accomplished. Some of us have a habit of, eating late, and others have the habit of eating dinner by 5 p.m. Some have the habit of never exercising, right? It's an unconscious habit, while others have the habit of exercising too much, right? Or really often. Here's the thing, is that we can have very healthy habits in our life to help us achieve success in our personal, professional, faith-based, and relationship-oriented life. We can have habits that help our marriages become stronger, our relationship with our friends and our children and everybody else in the world becomes stronger. We can have habits that create our physical bodies to be running fine-tuned. We can create habits that will help us to live longer by doing that. We can create habits by allowing us to have more success in our personal life through various means. And we can also create habits that can destroy our personal life. And that's what we talked about yesterday, was identifying those triggers that destroy our lives, right? Or destroy our success. They sabotage us from reaching the success that we desire to reach. Today's no different, but before I jump into point number 2 of how you can create these habits that will help you find success in your life, I want to share with you real quick kind of what the overview of a habit really is. It's basically defined as a choice that you make that becomes unconscious to you, and you kind of start moving in autopilot. So basically what I'm saying is I can make the choice to get up at 5 a.m. every morning. And my reason for doing that may be that I find that if I get up at, let's say, 9 a.m., everything becomes self-sabotaging. I have too many things going on in my world, too many people bothering me. I can't get quality work accomplished after 9 a.m. So what I need to do is I need to get up at 5 a.m. and get the real things I need to accomplish off of my books for the day, my personal work, my professional work that I can accomplish, get it off the books for the day between 5 and 9. And then at 9 a.m., I can do my meetings. I can do the things that would be scheduled from then till 5 p.m. You see, the reason that is, and you talk to successful people, many of them have made the choice that they will only make 3 major decisions a day. Now, why is that, Jody? Because they've come to recognize that if they begin making more than 3 decisions a day, that they self-sabotage themselves. They get into something called decision fatigue. And when they get into decision fatigue, they end up making bad decisions. So they will only make 3 major decisions a day. What is this? This is a choice. Now, what happens is when they initially make this choice, it's not a habit. I shared with you already that a habit takes 21 days to begin as a habit, and of doing it consecutively every day for 21 days, but 90 days, it transitions into a lifestyle. The reason I'm sharing that with you is because sometimes we think if I do something for 3 or 4 days, it becomes a habit. No, you have to train your mind to understand this needs to be on autopilot. So for these highly successful people who are only making 3 major decisions a day, now let me back off and explain to you what I've read and what I've learned. These people will not even have many choices when it comes to clothing. They will have some basic clothing. That's why a lot of times you see rich people and they say, why do these rich people look like bums? Because they're not going to waste a decision on clothing, right? They're just going to wear what they wear, throw on a pair of jeans, throw on a t-shirt, and it's the end of the day. They'll have the Simon Cowell look, right? But the thing is, Simon Cowell's highly successful. Why? Because he wears the same V-neck shirt. You know, you see these commercials that make fun of these celebrities. Like there's one right now, I don't remember what the brand is, but Taylor Swift goes into her closet and she's got the same outfit all through her closet. You know, it could be possible that there's celebrities or very successful people who have that mentality. They're like, I'm not going to choose. I'm not going to stress over choosing my clothing because that's a decision I don't have to make. I'm going to form the habit in my life to be highly successful and remove some decisions from my life so that that's not one of my 3 big decisions in the day. Because other people make the decision that they're going to stand for hours in front of their closet and decide, and there's a lot of time wasted, a lot of time gone. And if that's you, I'm not, you know, I'm just telling you the 2 spectrums, the 2 ends that we have here. So what I'm trying to talk to you about is creating healthy habits, because when we do that, we can find ourselves being highly successful. Healthy habits lead to highly successful people. And the way we have to do that is not only, as I've already stressed, identify triggers, but number 2, implement a plan of action. This is so crucial, my friend, because if we do not implement a plan of action, then we will never form those habits. What I mean by that is I can't just choose in my mind that I'm going to get up at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, and that's going to become my routine every day from now for the rest of my life so I can get more accomplished. You see, if I'm going to do that, then what I have to do is I have to form a plan of action, implement it, not only create it, but implement it. So that means I have to set my clock. I have to set my mind that when my clock goes off, am I going to allow myself 1 snooze? So if I'm going to do that, I have to set my clock for 10 minutes prior, so 4:50 a.m., so that I'll be up by 5 a.m. That way, when my clock goes off, my alarm goes off, I know I have 10 minutes to rest and get my mind ready for the day. And then I have to get up. So when the clock goes off, I have to already have my mindset. I'm getting up because this is how I'm going to find success. Now, I'm just using this as an analogy. And so what you find is that if I use that analogy, then what happens is I go to bed, I set my clock, I set my intention, I'm implementing a plan, and then I have to get up when it comes time. You see, the old adage, step by step, right? You have to take things step by step. Sometimes we try the fire hose approach where we let it all gush in and it becomes too much. It becomes too overwhelming. But if I do it step by step, if I make sure my steps are in order, then I can make sure I find success. You see, there's an old saying that says, inch by inch, it's a cinch. Yard by yard, it's very hard. And I want you to understand that by implementing a plan of action and chunking it out into smaller fragmented steps, maybe for you, it's okay, I'm going to start by getting up at 5 a.m. tomorrow, and then the next day I'll do it again. And what happens is, before you know it, at least in 30 to 90 days, automatically your clock stays set. You don't even set it. Automatically you go to bed with, what am I going to do when I get up in the morning at 5 a.m.? It isn't even a question, because your choice has now become a healthy habit for your life, and now it's on autopilot. And what happens is, all of our habits we create are choices that get set to autopilot. Now, if you know that there's self-sabotaging habits in your life right now, I want you to think through the habits you have. What kind of things do you do all the time in your life? Maybe even every day. You see, I used to have habits that were bad for me, that were not healthy for me, were not relevant to where I was trying to go in my life toward success. They weren't healthy for me. They weren't good for me at all. And so I had to look at my life and say, what habits are sabotaging my success? And I had to slaughter those habits and remove them out of my life. And instead, I had to replace them with good, cohesive habits that were going to help me achieve greater success in my life. And my friend, you can do that as well. You can do that as well, whether it's eating healthy, exercising, whether it's getting up early to get more accomplished, or staying up late to get more accomplished. Whatever it is that works for you, you have to determine that, but you have to get into creating and choosing to live in a habitual state that is relevant and cohesive to your life and where you're trying to go in your success path, in your success journey. So today, We've shared two things from yesterday and today. First of all, to create these habits in your life, you have to identify the triggers that are destroying your success. Number two, you have to implement a plan of action in your life that will help you get there step by step. Because I don't know if you know this, but there is no elevator that goes up to success. You have to take the stairs. And when you take the stairs, you want to take step by step, because every step has a purpose. And with every step, you grow stronger. My friend, it's been an honor and a privilege to be with you today. I'm so excited to have you here, and I can't wait to continue teaching and sharing these concepts with you so that you can grow and you can move from struggle to success in your life on this Soulution Live Show. Until tomorrow, or until our next episode, I hope that you're blessed, and I'm praying for your success. Take care, my friend.